In high school, I played basketball. I was good, but the further your career, playing college, you got like work out and shit like that. Like you got like exercise and shit. I remember one day in workouts, we was doing pull-ups, and I just wasn't doing them because you don't have to. And to motivate me to do these pull-ups, my coach was like, "Caleb, what would you do if you were hanging off a cliff?" Why would I be hanging off a cliff? One, I'm black. Black people don't really fuck with outside like that. Um, Two, I'm afraid of heights. You know what a cliff is? It's a height. Outside. So there's like a Venn diagram, you know. Somebody says to me the other day, dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. They said, shoot for the moon. Have you heard this before? Shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you end up amongst the stars. That's stupid shit. Like, have you seen any stars between here and the moon? No. The same should be shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you end up hurtling into space. Or if you try and shoot for what's the nearest star? The sun. So shoot for the sun, and if you miss, you end up on Venus or some shit like that. You know? I hate other people's inside jokes. You know, you ever be walking somewhere, somebody be like, "Hey, Brian, Dolphins." Right? And Brian starts laughing. You like, what the fuck is so funny about dolphins? You Google dolphins. You find out that dolphins are mammals, and they can't breathe underwater. Yet their whole lives are underwater. You know? Where dolphins sleep. Nature. Bees' wings are too small for their bodies, yet they fly all the time. Donald Trump is president. Nothing makes sense what I'm trying to say. You know? I was watching the news the other day, and he was talking about his next campaign slogan. Donald Trump was talking about his next campaign slogan. Once again, I'm sure something stupid. I don't really remember what he said. But I did some research. I found my favorite campaign slogan. It's from the 1844 election between Henry Clay and James K. Polk. James K. Polk's campaign slogan was 54-40 a fight. He was talking about the Oregon borderline. There was a dispute about the Oregon borderline. And Henry Clay's campaign slogan was, who was James K. Polk? It was like the most disrespectful shit. Y'all gonna vote for this thing? Who the fuck is this? Oh, shit. Y'all watch cartoons growing up? Anybody watch cartoons? Y'all watch Scooby-Doo? Yeah. You remember at the end of every episode, they would catch the villain, and they would always say the same thing. They would be like, I would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for you meddling kids. It's ridiculous. You ride the bank in a scuba diving suit. You know what I mean? We live in Arizona, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if there was like a modern day Scooby-Doo, it couldn't be the same crimes. It couldn't be like, oh yeah, he stole the family heirloom. It would be like, the gang walks into the crime scene, and Fred is like, all right, gang, looks like we have a triple homicide on our hands. We better split up and look for clues. I like the Powerpuff Girls. You guys watch the Powerpuff Girls growing up? Yeah. They said how Professor Utonium made them was he took sugar, spice, and everything nice, and the mysterious chemical X. I don't know if you know this, it's not how you make children. That's the ingredients for weed brownies. Imagine you was making weed brownies. Next thing you know, you got 3 little white girls. With superpowers, not just regular white privilege, actual superpowers. That's so scary. I don't know. That's a nightmare. Who's anybody in a relationship in here? Relationship people? Single people? All right. You wanna know the best thing about being single? The silence. This is the first time I talked all day. You don't gotta say nothing to nobody. There's no conversation at all. Is anybody married in here? Married people. Married people. I made a mistake, I'm sorry. Like, no. I don't know. I don't think marriage was a good idea. Because when they thought of marriage, yeah, you clap for that, you know what I mean? When they thought of marriage, you wasn't gonna live past 35 anyway, you know? You was just gonna die, like, this is your life. You get married at like 19, 20, you know? You and your wife have like 8 kids in 5 years somehow. She dies in childbirth. She's done. She's out of there. And then it's the next few years. It's just you, your eldest, and a mule planting tomatoes and carrots and shit like this. Then you die of something from yellow fever. Now we have health insurance. It's a different type of time commitment. I feel like marriage should come with like a receipt or something like that. So you could take it back to her parents' house, be like, I don't know, she broke. I don't know what happened. All right, hold on, last joke. All right. Actually, it's a question. There is no wrong answer. All right, I'm gonna ask you, and there is no wrong answer unless you make one right now. All right? Do you think that black people will ever get reparations? No, I don't think so either. I think instead we should be allowed to purge. Like the movie, like one day a year on St. Patrick's Day.